Hello, this is Danny with ComedyLand.com, PDX Clown Academy. We're selling, what do they call it? You know, give me the plugs. What's the escort one?
We got jokes.
RealCityEscorts.com, .org, and .net. And then we got D-Dogs for sale. About to start selling them dog baths. Dog baths. Yeah, the flaming hot dog baths. Probably put some hot Cheetos in there too.
They're called boats. It's private event security.
Do some dog boats.
It's called a boat. Yeah, it's a boat.
All right. What is the other one? The last one? The one you're always plugging?
Comedy jokes. Nigga, jokes.
No, but we have the other one, the main one.
What you want to do?
What's your main business, bro?
Free money.
What's your main business, bro? Besides Real City, the other one.
Food.
Tell me all your plugs, bro. Give me all the plugs.
Right now, you guys, I want you guys to drink water. And I'm selling water. If you guys want water out of a glass bottle.
Okay, we're doing Veronica's bottled water. We got that one. We got that one going.
We got water. I got you.
We got Harrison's baked honey. We got that coming too. And we got Bruce's baked bread. Let's open up a whole shop here. Yep. There we go.
Hey guys, get something off D-Dogs. They got good stuff on D-Dogs. And go to Maudie and Irene's Soul Food Cuisine.
And we're shouting out Coyle Ray right now because she's being provocative for us. You know, she's doing the thing for us.
Yeah,
so Coyle Ray.
You guys like homemade, American style.
We got Lotto selling her panties. Lotto selling her panties on eBay for $90K.
You know what I mean?
She's a cunt for that one. Okay, someone explained this meme to me, first of all. This one's Drake has reportedly fallen for the tunnel painted on a wall prank. I can't understand this one. I don't know why it exists.
People when they hunt.
No one's even in the comments about it like that. It's only 81 comments, and like no one's even questioning it like I am. We got the 6th officer suspended following the beating of Tyree Nichols. Everyone's in trouble on that one.
Get some food on the PNW market.
You gotta go to pnwlife.com. Follow me on YouTube. You gotta get me on the PNW market. First of all, what was my other one?
If you think you some actors, go to Real City Entertainment.
Hit me up for some photography, some videography, some. I make beats. Make you some beats. And I'll rap too. We'll rap. We'll both get on the thing with you. Both get on the fucking track. All right. Next. What's next? Some trash memes.
Get some food on the PNW market.
Here we got some good news. Chicago prosecutor drops the sex charges abuse against R. Kelly. Good news in the news today.
That's scary.
They drop a sex charge on him.
You think he's gonna offend again?
Oh, he's cool.
He's cool.
Who's this girl? Shout out PNW Barista. She
Did Bill Cosby offend again?
She out here in the PNW Barista with it. It's a good girl.
We do private event security.
Shout out Real City Escorts. This is one. Shout out PNW Barista. Real City Escorts. Hit us up. Okay, next. We got Lotto. We don't want to hear about it.
It's Real City Escort for private security.
Oh yeah, we got private security going on.
Yoga, you guys can do that.
We got landscaping. Fuck you.
Oh, PNW Grow.
We got PNW Grow. We got. Yep, he knows. He knows all the plugs. PNW Grow. Yep.
Alright.
Okay, we got PNW Grow. Landscaping.
On the PNW market.
Get some food on the PNW market. We got D-Dogs. Like I said earlier, hot dogs, chili dogs, all kind of dogs that you want. We got Veronica's bottled water. The purest water, and it's going to a good charity.
And some hard worker honey.
Veronica Charity, R.I.P. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
On strength. And then we got Bruce's baked bread. Yeah. Shit, you want some good croissant? You want some frosted croissant? Hit up Bruce's baked bread. All right, next.
All the things.
I'm finna get an SRT.
That's how you want to do?
Oh yeah, did you see this video of the lady who crashed? And then she was like talking hella shit.
Fully drunk, just wrecked my car. Fully drunk, just wrecked my car. I'm straight though. I'm still alive. I'm still alive. I'm still alive.
She was out there tripping. She was out there geek.
Geeked as fuck.
Tripping out.
Do it for the haters. Oh, so is DoorDash. DoorDash is now accepting EBT card as payment.
Yeah, they didn't send me that. But
That's a good little thing.
I can't bring myself to download DoorDash and order nothing out there.
I'm gonna actually might check it out.
Really?
This sounds interesting.
I bet
I'm gonna send this to you.
Time.
I'm gonna send this to you. I was gonna post it in my story, but it won't let me. What the fuck's wrong with that?
Do it and prove to me it worked, and then I'll do it.
I might have to try that. That sounds interesting. My broken. Main shows how we've all been using parking spaces wrong.
Yeah, get some hard workers, honey, for the Bruce's Bakery.
Wait, why would you be able to get it on DoorDash, but like, that doesn't even make sense to me. But you can't get it in person. You know what I mean? Why can't you use the EBT in person, but then you'd be able to use it on DoorDash? How does that even make sense?
They're probably saying that DoorDash will go to stores like Safeway for you.
Oh, you think so? You think that's it?
That's all it is.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like, I guess you're right. Safeway and type
They're
shit.
just trying to get more money.
Oh, I guess I was excited for nothing. I was like, oh, you get some like DoorDash, some Burger King on EBT. That'd be
Go and look and
some Chick-fil-A on
go and
EBT.
look and see the options
Whatever the
nearby,
fuck on
and they're
EBT.
gonna say that's not available.
That'd be so cool.
They're not even gonna have that information.
Like, why don't they accept EBT? Those pieces of shit, fucking pieces of shit. Fuckers. Cannibal Corpse made a post. Limited time offer. Limited time offer.
Okay, so
Why is every
They-
post about Lotto selling her
let's
panties?
save this, right? Let's save that one there. Okay, can I just go like this?
Oh my god. What the fuck is this? It's pretty crazy. Yeah, read all that shit.
So yeah, you can write out. I can write out. I know how to write out, dude. If you go to jail, the 9-night schedule, and you write down what the schedule looks like when you're in jail,
Just too scary looking.
you can apply to run jail. Running a jail is like one of the most standard businesses in America.
Wow.
It's not that hard to learn how to run a jail. All you gotta do is go there. It's not creepy, it's a janitor. You've never been a janitor? Gotta go to jail.
I fucking was a janitor, yeah.
Go to jail.
Every job I had, I was a certified janitor. Like, they doing, no matter, that's not your title, but you're just a fucking janitor, you know it. I'm just like, I'm a fucking janitor. That's all I, it's like, this job is other shit, but I'm really just a fucking janitor at the end of the day.
I'll give you your own office. It'll be alright. Get your own office and you'll be like, oh, wow. I got a lot of rights now.
Ooh, you can use a brain implant that allows you to use social media with your mind. Ooh. 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 Got me. Nah. I ain't with it. Don't fuck with my fucking sleep rhythms, man. What the fuck are they talking about? I could not sleep. This shit got me already. What are they talking about with my mind? They're tripping. I ain't with that story that I just read. Scientists develop brain implant that allows you to use social media with your mind. This is insane. Fuck this story. Oh, they called him.
That was savage on Bible. Don't watch this shit. Oh my god. A little sauce.
You guys are insane. Oh,
I love when somebody says about a woman, oh, she's too much. She's too much for me. She's too much of what? Too much of an opinion. She laughs too loudly, stands too tall, takes up too much space. What would be just the right amount? And not too much. She'd have to be less. That's what you're saying. You're saying be less if she's too much. You know what I think? I think she should not give a fuck.
Well, they're brave.
That was brave and stunning. I love that video. Prostitute leaks video of Detroit rapper TJ Times6 leaving after he allegedly smashed but couldn't afford to pay for it. Got him, coach. He fucking trying to dog that bitch. Ow. He's like, fuck you, bitch. U.S. Surgeon General believes kids. Yeah, man. I already read that story, man. Why do I keep trying to hit me with the same story like 10 times?
Make that pistol pop. Sony CD player with iPod input for $69 until they're gone. Flip down screen with DVD for $129 until they're gone. Two-way paging alarm system for $99 until they're gone. 12-inch subwoofers for $18 until they're gone. I have hundreds of these items in stock, not just one or two. So get in here tomorrow for the deals. Kicker, Kenwood, Sony, Macintosh, Boston Acoustics, Phoenix Gold, all slashed. Outrageous audio. 6-disc CD changer that adds to any car for $88. $169 radar detectors for $67. Kicker subwoofers for $39. Tons of speakers for $5. And tweeters for $1. Sony CD player with iPod input for $69 until they're gone. Flip down screen.
What if I told you that this isn't a dog?
Botou pescoço aqui no telhado.
Has some kind of creepy club that you have to pay to be a part of. The Department of Human Services does. The local Department of Human Services. You have to pay to be a part of it. It's called the Oregon American Minorities Professional Association. OAME. Oregon of Entrepreneurs. Yeah. What is it? You have to pay to be a part? I need money. I need money.
Yeah, we need money. Send us PayPal.
Yeah. We got employees. We got a lot of employees. They're not even all here right now.
PayPal.
Hey, I'm looking for hardworking people. I can manage the jail. You guys know that? Look.
Be looking in the mirror, wonder why I'm not perfect.
Wonder why I'm stressed and my brain stops working. I even stop and wonder if I'm a decent person. I be having good intentions, but the plan ain't always working. I often sit and wonder why the fuck I'm always hurting. Like, really, son, you know you should be.
Who like to get
James O'Keefe of Project Veritas, right? The guy
out on.
Real quick to give you all some updates on committees. A lot of times when folks, when you all kind of message me, a lot of you have been asking for committee updates, especially ever since that whole first week with the speakers battle. So we finally had some big breakthroughs tonight. It finally looks like after almost all of January, the Republican Party being unable to organize and finalize a lot of committee work, we are finally at the point where committees are settled and ready to go. I have a really big major update and news for some of you all. Hey everybody. So I just want to give you some updates and see if I could answer any questions that you all had. So first things first, committee updates. In case you all, may or may not be following, which this is a very detailed thing to follow, so I don't expect people to know this, but in my 4 years in Congress, I have served on 2 committees. I have served on the House Financial Services Committee, and I have served on the House Oversight Committee. These are 2 very major committees in Congress. I feel very lucky and very privileged to have been able to serve on both of these committees. However, there were a couple of wrinkles this year in our committee assignments. First and foremost, I was actually looking to shift committee assignments. I was hoping to get on the Energy and Commerce Committee, which is another exclusive committee. So in the House, there are 4 exclusive committees. Sometimes insiders would call them the money committees because they have to do with a lot of money and a lot of other reasons as well. But basically that would be House Appropriations, which is where where Congress determines where the money goes, what gets appropriated, what departments get appropriated, who gets what money. That's House Appropriations. Then there's Ways and Means, is who gets taxed what money. It's another big money committee. And so all of almost anything and everything that has to do with taxes goes through Ways and Means. The Trump tax scam bill went through Ways and Means, but Ways and Means is the taxing committee. So appropriation gives out, Ways and Means has to do with taxing in. There is also the Energy and Commerce Committee. So it's the Commerce Committee. It has to do with all of the money that's being exchanged in the U.S. economy, in addition to jurisdiction over energy. I, of course, I've been interested in the Energy and Commerce Committee for some time because of my work on climate. And I'm very interested in continuing a lot of that work on climate. And then the last money committee is Financial Services, which has to do with oversight over Wall Street, housing, the Federal Reserve, the Treasury, etc. I have served on Financial Services for about 4 years. Now, these are also known as exclusive committees because there are a lot of rules around if you serve on these committees, about whether you can serve on other committees. There are other limitations because they take so many resources and time to sit on. So anyways, traditionally I have sat on Financial Services and House Oversight. House Oversight is responsible for overseeing, is really responsible for executing a lot of Congress's investigatory responsibilities and powers as outlined in the Constitution. And so House Oversight is where we have brought in fossil fuel CEOs, big pharma CEOs, where we've conducted oversight over ICE, CBP, surveillance, civil rights issues, defense contractors, all the jurisdiction of House Oversight is sweeping. So what happened this term? Well, if you recall, the first week of
of January, during that whole speaker's race, you saw Kevin McCarthy promising a lot of people a lot of things, basically giving away the farm in order to become Speaker of the House. And one of the things that, or a class of things that he gave up, is in basically this class of rules concessions. Rules about the House floor, but then also rules about committees. And what that meant was that one of the rules changes that he gave was ending something known as the waiver rule. The waiver rule is what allowed me to serve on financial services and House oversight. Basically, on an exclusive committee, if you're going to serve on another committee, you needed a waiver of the rule. This has historically not really been a problem or an issue, but this is a new change, and Kevin McCarthy is now the Speaker, and he can run the show, and so he ended the waiver rule, which forced a lot of members, myself included, to make some difficult choices. And it basically meant that I had to choose between my seat on financial services and my seat on House oversight. Now, this is like asking someone to choose between, I don't know, their two pets. Like this is, or like their two beloved projects. Like it's so hard to choose between these two things, but nevertheless we had to, and I ultimately chose to retain my seat on House oversight, which meant that I had to give up my seat on financial services, but I will be instead moving off of financial services and moving on to natural resources, which has jurisdiction over federal lands, jurisdiction over energy use, land use, and a great deal. It also has jurisdiction over Puerto Rico. So for those of us who, those of us who are or have loved ones or have just investments on issues related to Puerto Rico, this will give me more jurisdiction to be able to engage in some of those issues federally. And so the two committees that I will be on for this term will be natural resources, and it will also be House oversight. Now, there is even more news to share. Tonight, we had our organizational meeting for the House Oversight Committee, and each committee has its own subcommittees. And so there's not only just a chair of the overall committee, but there's also a vice chair of those committees or ranking member, depending on if you're the majority or the minority. And there's also chairs and ranking members for each of the subcommittees. And so we have subcommittee chairs that were established this evening. I don't want to spoil them because I think each member should be able to kind of make that announcement on their own, but you'll probably find out by tomorrow who our ranking members are for each subcommittee. But I'm really excited to share that I was selected as the vice chair, or rather the vice ranking member, basically the Democrats' number 2 on House oversight. And so I will be Representative Jamie Raskin's number 2 on the committee. And I'm really, really excited about this because not only is this just, this isn't really about a position or a title, but it's about the fact that we have so much amazing talent that has been recruited onto the House Oversight Committee. You have amazing freshmen that we have in this class and new members, as well as some of our senior members. So this is now a committee that is arguably stacked with some incredible progressive talent in the entire U.S. House of Representatives. We have Jamie Raskin, who is chair. I am the vice chair of the committee. We have folks like Eleanor Holmes Norton, who has just spearheaded DC statehood. You've got Ro Khanna, who has done incredible work around tech. You've got Raja Krishnamurthy, who I've been working closely with on helping, ban members of Congress from trading stock. You've got Katie Porter. You've got Cori Bush. And now with our incoming freshmen, and I'm not even saying all the members that we have, but now with our incoming freshman class, you've got Greg Gassad, you've got Robert Garcia, you've got Maxwell Frost, you've got Jasmine Crockett, you've got Becca Ballant in Vermont, you've got Dan Goldman, you've got Moskowitz, you have Representative Moskowitz from Florida. I hope I'm not forgetting any of the freshmen. I'm going to rack my brain, make sure that I'm not. Oh, yeah, Summer Lee, of course, Summer Lee. You just have amazing first-term members that have been recruited to this committee, and as vice chair, along with Chair Rasmussen, or rather ranking member, sorry y'all, the reason I say these is because if you are in the majority party, if you're a Republican, now it's chair and vice chair. If you're the Democrat, then it's ranking member and vice ranking member, but you all get the deal. And so I'm really excited to be able to spend time with some of our incredible talent and really make sure that we are up to speed. Now, for those who haven't yet kept track on the Republican side, we have quite the Republicans that have been appointed to the committee. The incoming chair will be Representative Comer of Kentucky, I believe. But then you also have Marjorie Taylor Greene, Lauren Boebert, Paul Gosar, you've got Clay Higgins, you've got quite the crew on the Republican side. And so I'm really excited to be able to show all of the talent that we have and really showcase and uplift all of the talent that we have on the Democratic side in contrast to all of the on the other side. So we're really excited about that. And the brilliance of our members that we have here is going to be wonderful. On natural resources, we are still determining our ranking members there, as well as our subcommittees, but I do believe that there might be some exciting developments over there on that end as well, but I will not, I won't speak before all of those things are settled, but tomorrow is what will be known as two House organizational meetings for each committee. So the Natural Resources Committee is going to meet, and we will have kind of those determinations happen there, but there might be some news coming out of that. And then tonight, we had our Democratic organizational meeting to prepare, but tomorrow we will have our overall organizational meeting, and it will be the first time that the full committee, that is Democrats and Republicans, will be taking their seats. Now, the meeting itself is not the most exciting thing. We're really debating the rules for the committee, but later this week, we will have our first House oversight meeting that Republicans are convening around quote-unquote pandemic fraud. I already have some ideas up my sleeve, but I'm not going to let the other team know what we're up to. But we're very, very excited to be able to get to work. And any questions that you all have, feel free to just pop them in the chat. But I figured I'd give you all that update. And I think pretty much as of tonight, I believe almost every committee should be finalized, and all the committee appointments should be finalized. So, it took a couple of weeks. It was outstanding there because of all of these changes and how Republicans were operating. But if you have, your congressional representative should pretty much have their committee assignments by now. And so, if you're following at home, and if I'm not your member of Congress, it might be a helpful exercise for you at home to look up if you don't know who your member of Congress is, it's always a great day to find that out. But B, if you're following along at home, it might be interesting to look at what committees your member of Congress serves on. And it doesn't, the committees that you serve on don't prevent you from introducing legislation relevant to anything else, but it is a place where your member can have, has an outsized influence. Sitting on a committee gives you a lot more influence over what happens on that committee than not sitting on that committee. So check that out. And really excited. Thank you all so much. I'm so excited to be able to serve you all in this term. I'm just pulling up any of these questions that you all might have. I'm just kind of taking a look here, but I wanted to pop on, let's see, oversight controls some elements of foreign relations, yes. So oversight has really broad jurisdiction, and a lot of it depends on how the chair chooses to organize that committee. So this year, Republicans shook things up, and this year Republicans changed the subcommittee, and there is a subcommittee around national security, the border, and foreign policy. That is like one subcommittee for the entire, that's all of those things fall on one subcommittee. So this year, technically there is a subcommittee. We will see what Republicans choose to use that subcommittee for. Democrats, since we are in the minority, we cannot determine what hearings happen. The majority party determines the hearings, but they do technically, they have technically created a subcommittee with some jurisdiction on foreign policy. Now, if you really are invested in foreign policy and really interested in foreign policy, I would also check out the House Foreign Affairs Committee, which is an entire committee dedicated to that. There's also, in terms of our foreign affairs facing committees, you have Foreign Affairs, you have House Intelligence. Now, many of those hearings are classified, so sometimes House Intelligence has public-facing hearings, but not always. You also have, Homeland Security. That generally has to do with, DHS and Homeland, but occasionally there may be some interfacing with some foreign affairs-related issues. But those are, that's a lot of it. Of course, there are other committees, financial services, etc., that may have some interfacing with foreign policy, but those are the main areas there. Just taking a look here. All right, I think I'm just gonna end it off this evening. I just wanted to give you all a quick update. Thank you all so much, and if you have any other questions, feel free to always comment or leave me a message, and I'll try to come on live again later. All right.
I'm an Eagle Boy. Bird Gang.
Oh no.
Oh, she's off now. She said goodbye. Hoes! I love hoes!
Send people in undercover to actually find the truth. They've been discredited, not actually, but the media always said discredited. I don't think they've been wrong on anything yet, frankly. But
Don't answer. In the hood, I'm like Princess Diana. I'm thick cause I be eating oats. Must not taking shit from me but notes. Wanna be me, so she do my emotes. My name in her mouth, so I bet she gon' choke.
Pretty wild. That's pretty wild.
One
Pamela Anderson. She been claiming all types of shit about Tim Allen now. Goddamn. Goddamn. Paris Hilton's seriously problematic history of racist and anti-gay comments has resurfaced online after people questioned her super successful rebrand. Ooh.
I'm having a drink with my friend and he's like, hey, you remember? Got the wheels on the bus going round and round. Got the wheels on the bus going round. I buy a house in Calabasas when I'm on with a 4-car garage and a hoop in my yacht with my logo in the center 'cause it'll pay to be the boss until my pockets all the.
Jordan is trading her focaccia bread for a printer right now.
I see all the comments in there. I wish this is how the economy works. Why can't I live like this? Well, the good news is, if you live in a city, probably in North America, you probably can. Welcome to the wonderful world of Buy Nothing. A series of Facebook groups and now an app designed to